All right, Ji. My name is Dr. Athar Mansoor Ji. You can see my name on the screen. I am an academician at the University of Cambridge, and I have been working here for some period of time. I will show you the details of my relevant research and my position here. So I am working at the Center for Science, Technology, and Innovation Policy, which is one of the leading policy think tanks in the UK and Europe. And it is part of the Institute for Manufacturing here. And it's working under IFM, which is the Institute for Manufacturing. And we are working to make UK's economy competitive. So my domain is science, technology, and innovation policy. And so we connect the dots, we connect the actors within the ecosystem to make UK's economy competitive. I also do consulting work here. And by consulting work, I mean to say that I have been working in the domain of management consulting as well as policy consulting. And I have been advising governments and private corporations in solving issues and challenges which they face in their in the achievement of their strategic objectives. And besides my contribution towards the research scholarship, I have been acting as a management and a policy consultant. My teaching and training experience extends more than 15 years. I started training and teaching in around 2009, 2010. So it's been around 15 to 16 years. And I've been teaching different things ranging from communication, English language, to management trainings and policy trainings. I have studied for my master's and doctoral degrees in the US, Singapore, Australia, and Hong Kong. And by the grace of Almighty, I secured scholarships. And one of the major reasons to secure full scholarships, 100%, along with tuition and the stipend, which is also called the living expenses, I was able to, these scholarships were able to defray my costs and expenses for studying abroad. And these included 4 master degrees, 1 PhD, and 2 postdoctoral trainings. So in total, I studied for 4 masters across the world and 1 PhD and 2 postdoctorals. As I've told you in my previous slide, I have been working in the UK at the University of Cambridge. So this today's session is a free diagnostic kind of a class, and I'm going to, if you are willing and are able to unmute your mic voluntarily, I'm going to do an exercise for you and diagnose issues and challenges you face while speaking. But overall, my course would run for 5 weeks, and I will share with you the details in a subsequent slide. But my focus in my course, if you plan to join and you finally take the decision of joining my course, I'll be focusing on coherence, how to make coherent speech, how to have a coherent conversation so that you are able to connect different parts of your conversation, your discourse, with another part. So how to sequence it and how to make it coherent. I'll also focus on the structure of your conversation, the way you talk to people, how do you structure your thoughts, because thoughts can come randomly in your mind, but you need to take a break and structure them and organize them and then move into that speaking mode. I'll work extensively with your grammar. There are many issues in Pakistan, especially from the perspective of speaking wrong grammar and grammatically making errors. I'll help you to overcome these grammatical issues and errors, and so that you are able to speak in an accurate grammatical tone and an accurate grammatical structure. Moreover, I also have observed over many years of my teaching and training that Pakistanis usually have problems with pronunciation also. So they pronounce the words wrongly. For example, usually we follow British style of pronunciation in Pakistan, and we need to be very careful that we should be consistent in our pronunciation. For example, many people will say PAST as past and then SCHEDULE as schedule. So either you say past and schedule or past or schedule. So the right pronunciation, the UK style pronunciation is past फॉर माजी की बात कर रहा हूँ मैं, माजी को पास्ट कहते हैं। और जो आपका शेड्यूल होता है, उर्दू में भी शेड्यूल लिखते हैं उसको, उसको ब्रिटिश इज प्रोनाउंस एट शेड्यूल, बट अमेरिकन्स डू इट स्केड्यूल. सो आई वुड ट्राई टू make you speak standard British pronunciation style, which is actually in fact spoken in our country, and which we are very comfortable. I'll also work on your intonation, which is the pitch of your sound, how to raise the pitch, how to lower it, where to raise it, where to lower it. So it's very important that you do not speak in a same monotonous kind of a tone. Your tone should not be monotone or monotonous. It should have that proper variation at different points in time during your conversation, so that you are able to eventually overcome that element of bringing in boredom into your conversation, because you need to keep audience engaged. The audience should be engaged with you. They should be listening to you very carefully. And if you are unable to overcome that challenge of right engaging with them in a manner where they keep their interest intact throughout your conversation, they will tune out. Then they will not first hear you and then listen to you. So intonation is very important. I have developed a very strong methodology over the years to help people ace their English language speaking skills. And for that, I always encourage that we as a class would completely follow we would follow complete English speaking environment. So there'll be a complete milieu of English speaking, and the atmosphere will be completely English. No matter you speak wrong or right, as learners, as keen learners, and as a teacher, it's my responsibility, and it's also your responsibility to, because language is you can only master the language through practice. So speaking is one of the most difficult things for non-native people who do not speak English in their home countries and in their day-to-day lives. So you need to overcome that apprehension, that scare, that fear, that lack of confidence, and then it can only be done through speaking in an environment where no other language is acceptable. My methodology will eventually move towards towards a challenging kind of tool. At the end of the course, I'll be using very challenging, or by the middle of the course, I'll be using challenging tools like long conversations, involving you in long conversations, giving you long turn questions, and then asking follow-up questions. But initially, to make you comfortable, with your peers, with myself, I'll start with short conversations like introductions, with which people are very comfortable while talking. And slowly and gradually, I'll towards the middle of the course and towards uh, uh, the last one third part of the course, I'll take you towards long conversations. Just as I told you, I'll focus on grammar. I'll also focus on vocabulary. So you should be using appropriate words at appropriate places. They should not be, the word should not be, in fact, um, inappropriately used. So I'll try to make you think through the words which you want to use, so that you are able to use the words very carefully at the appropriate places, so that you do not, I mean to say, misuse, or rather, misusing the words is not should not be there, right? Then finally, I'll be giving you a lot of exercises to help you interact with your peers and with myself, and a lot of homework will be given to you so that you are able to practice. One exercise which I usually give to my students is that they should sit in front of a mirror and talk to themselves. And the best thing is to summarize the daily routine to themselves, so that you are able to tell to yourself, in looking into the mirror, that what you had been doing that particular or specific day, from the morning when you woke up till the night when you went back to the bed, right? So you can summarize, like, for example, I woke up at this point in time, I took my shower, I took breakfast, I dressed up, got ready, left the home for your university or your workplace, intermingled with my colleagues, talked to them on different topics, and then started working, wrapped up working, offered namaz, whatever. So this is a very comfortable kind of a thing because you know your routine and you know how you are able to spend your day. So if you are able to summarize your routine every day to yourself, and usually the routine is different, and that routine has to be summarized to yourself so that you become very comfortable for speaking fluently. So fluency can be, start, and we need to start from our comfort zones. And when we are in comfort zones and we are able to master that zone in around us, which is comfortable for us, we are able to eventually can move towards challenging things, right? There is a question from Afaf that I stammer while speaking English. How to fix it? Afaf, I have to understand how. Why do you stammer? It's something which is by default or some natural issue, or you are short of words. I need to understand. When if you join my class, I'll be able to help you, but I'll ask you to speak today also. I'll diagnose some issues if they are natural or they are some other issues, right? Okay. Moving on. Some important tips for you as good speakers of English. So, if you want to become really good speakers of English, and I claim that I am not a very good speaker of English, but reasonable speaker of English over a period of time, I have tried to do it through practice because I was, like you, a non native person of English in my home country, which is Pakistan. I never used to speak in English, and I felt that lack of confidence in me. But these five things which actually helped me become a reasonable communicator in English were that I started taking a moment of pause before speaking. So usually when things come to your mind, you need to arrange them, and that's how I link it with my previous slides point of speaking coherently. So giving a moment of pause, about a second or 2 seconds, it depends on how fast is your brain's processing power. You can arrange the thoughts in your head and then start speaking. Because if you jump into speaking or replying to someone's question without taking a moment of pause or organizing your thoughts in your head, you will actually lose track of what you are going to say. And that losing track, in fact, creates problems for you because that becomes challenging for you, right? And uh, that is a very, very big thing which we need to understand, that we need to overcome that problem, right? You have a question that English fluency is with practice. Sorry to say that your accent. Yes, my accent is Pakistani. I am a Pakistani. I'm not a British. Vivo V2324. That's what you asked. It's not sorry to say. I'm proud to be a Pakistani and I have a Pakistani accent, but my pronunciation is Brit. It's a British style of pronunciation. I've been working in the UK and I've studied abroad, but it is surely a Pakistani accent. I do not speak in American accent or Australian accent or British accent. It's purely Pakistani accent, but my pronunciation is surely British, right? Okay, coming back to my slide. So, moment of pause. It's very important that you speak with a moment of pause. You take that pause and then you jump into whatever you want to say. Second, practice makes everyone perfect, right? Making this means that uh, you need to overcome that tendency where you stop yourself or stop yourself from practicing enough. There is never enough. In fact, the more you speak, the better you are going to become. So it's overall a package. In terms of, practice is a very important component of that package, just like pronunciation is, uh, taking a moment of pause is, grammar is. Practicing is a very important component of the entire package, and that practice is actually you need to do it with someone who has expertise in English. You can do it with your family member, a friend, a colleague, or a peer at your workplace, in your university, or a classmate. But usually, people who can evaluate you critically in terms of giving you positive, constructive feedback. If they are able to give you positive, constructive feedback, then I think you will be able to practice in a manner where you can also identify the issues, errors, and problems in your speech, and then you can overcome. Third thing which I give as a tip to my students is that, which I've already explained, is the summary of your daily routine. If you are able to summarize your daily routine with yourself first, as the first and prime, I think, foremost step, you will be overcoming that fear and inhibition and scare and that nervousness and anxiety while talking in English. Fourth thing, which I have done over a period of time for myself and I advise my students, is also the active listening component of your senses. Listening and ears, your auditory nerves and your ears are very good blessing, I think, an immense blessing by the nature, which help you process data in terms of sound waves coming to you. So the more actively you listen to someone, the better you are going to become. Just like as no one can become a good writer unless he or she becomes a good reader. You have to read first, then become a writer. You cannot jump into writing before reading, right? It is kind of a prerequisite. A writer has to, you may not have ever, I have not, in fact, heard in my entire life or never through history that someone has become an effective writer without being a reader. Similarly, a speaker, a boy, a girl, as an infant, when they are growing up, जब छोटे से बच्चे होते हैं, what do they first do? Do they speak or do they actively listen first? They first actively listen to their parents and their siblings and their family members and their, people around them. They take care of, they take into account noises and sounds, and then they start processing it with their brain and with their nervous system, and then finally they become active speakers also. And finally, I think very important thing while speaking to others, whether it's English or Urdu, is maintenance of your strong body language, your non-verbal cues, your gestures. They are extremely important. Before you go and I open up the house for practice, my classes would be held on Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday for 1 hour, 9 p.m. Pakistan time, which is actually 5 p.m. UK time. As I've told you, I'm based at the University of Cambridge in the United Kingdom. I will start the class at 5 p.m. sharp in the late afternoon, which is 9 p.m. in the evening at Pakistan. And these will be 4 days a week. And I will complete the course in 5 weeks. The class size will be kept very small. I do classes in India also. But India is a different time zone, 30 minutes ahead of Pakistan, and I do it on different days. So in India, I also keep the classes very small, although the market is bigger. But in your case, also, I will try to keep the class size very small. So I'll be beginning on this Saturday. If you are interested, you can definitely join my class from this Saturday, and I'll start at 9 p.m. Pakistan time, sharp 9 p.m. I'll keep the class size small, about 3 to 5 people maximum, so that I'm able to engage with you. I'm able to let you know what are your issues, what are your challenges, and I'll try to give you one-on-one personal attention, even after the off when we are not online, offline. If you need any help, I can also give you that. Thank you very much for listening to me. Now I open the house for the practice session. If you are willing to speak, I'll be very happy to listen to your issues and challenges which you face while talking. So Afaf and Aisha, you are there. So please, you can unmute.
Assalamu alaikum,
Yes,
sir.
Aisha, go ahead.
Sir, how are you?
Yes, I'm good. Good, Aisha. Yes, please.
And sir, my name is Aisha. I belong from Faisalabad. I did BS Electrical Engineering from Lahore College for Women University in 2024.
Right.
Now I am looking for a job related to my field. I felt I am, my communication skills are too weak. I face issues while I communicate with others, such as eye contact and confidence issues,
Right.
and I also face pronunciation issues.
Yes, yes. Aisha, I can identify issues in your speech, pronunciation issues, and also I think it's a fluency and coherence issues. And yes,
Yes,
but as I've told you, there is no substitute for practice and practicing with a good instructor, so that he or she is able to tell you that what are the issues in pronunciation, what are the issues in fluency, how to structure your thoughts, how to make them sound in a how to connect your thoughts and how to connect them in words and sentences so that they become pleasing for the audience or pleasing for the listener. Yes, but I'm happy that you unmuted yourself and you spoke to me in English. That's very important because the first thing is to overcome the fear and scare of speaking in English. And I hope if you join my class, I would, through practice, help you overcome these challenges of speaking fluently and coherently. But yes, you are right. I identified issues, and you have yourself. The best thing about a person or the best service a person can do to himself or herself is to identify your weaknesses. I am very glad that you have, and I'm very happy that you have identified your weaknesses from the perspective of speaking English, and I'll help you overcome these weaknesses, inshallah. Thank you, Aisha.
Sir, how many classes will be there in 1 week?
Four classes for,
4 classes.
yes. I'll take
And the duration of the class 9 p.m.
9
to
to
1
9 to 10,
10 p.m.
9 to 10 p.m.
9 to
and
10
we'll have 3 to 5 people in one class, right?
p.m.
Yes, Afaf, you want to speak something by unmuting so that,
Hello, sir. My name is Athar Mansoor. Hope you are doing well. सर मुझे स्टामर इश्यू बाय बर्थ रहा है
right,
और अ, वो वो फिक्स हो गया था लेकिन जब भी इंग्लिश में बात करना हो जैसे मैंने आइल्स का जो है ये अब टेस्ट जो है अब उसके एग्जाम के लिए मैं गई थी तो जब जो मेरा स्पीकिंग था उसमें मैं इतना स्टामर कर गई तो उसमें मेरा जो मतलब बैंड था वो मतलब जो है अब 6 पे ड्रॉप हो गया तो
right.
मेरा आइल्स का जो मुझे जो है स्कोर जो मुझे रिक्वायर्ड था वो जो है अब फिक्स नहीं हो सका जैसे आप फील कर रहे होंगे आई एम जो है मतलब स्पीकिंग में मुझे फिर भी जो है आपसे भी मतलब मसला हो रहा है तो ये इसको मैं कैसे फिक्स करूं और मुझे पता नहीं है
Afaf, again, it is by birth, and you overcame it, right? You told me that it was fixed at some point in time in your life. I don't know when was it fixed, but you were able to fix it. So, how did you fix it at that point in time? Can you share how did you fix it?
सर मैं बात करते हुए मैं हर किसी से बात नहीं करी या आप कह लें एक खामोशी है मेरे अंदर बाय
For a
बर्थ
shy person, an introvert person, maybe not shy, introvert person, introvert.
सर राइट एट द मोमेंट आई एम नॉट इंट्रोवर्ट एनी मोर आई एम एक्स्ट्रा यू नो यू कैन से एक्सट्रोवर्ट नाउ मतलब
Okay,
कॉन्फिडेंस है लेकिन इंग्लिश बोलने में मुझे हालांकि मेरी मतलब वोकैबुलरी भी अच्छी है आई यूज टू रीड नॉवल आई यूज टू वॉच इंग्लिश मूवी आई एम वेरी गुड लिसनर
right.
बट जहाँ स्पीकिंग की बात है वहां मैं स्टमर कर जाती हूँ आई डोंट नो
I,
इसको मैं कैसे
I
फिक्स
I I
करूँ
think Afaf, then it's something which is related to maybe more practice. The more you practice, the better. And I think you should first, what you should do, start speaking short sentences, not long conversations. Short sentences give you the confidence, because you see, you need to overcome that lack of confidence, because I'm feeling, maybe I'm wrong, because this is my first interaction with you. I don't know exactly. And then when I'll start exactly interacting with you in a more student teacher kind of a fuller environment, I think I'll be inshallah able to fix it with your help, definitely, because you have to practice and you have to give your best. But we'll start with short sentences. I will not ask you to speak long, but very short, 3, 4, or 5 words in a sentence, and then connect those sentences in a small period of time, like 30 seconds, and then move on to 1 minute, and then move on to slowly in the next week after, to 1.5 minute, so that you are able to build that confidence for yourself that I can overcome this stammering issue, because you have already overcome this once in your life. You need to, I think, overcome, because you don't have vocabulary issues, you don't
ओके
have
सर
listening issues,
यस
but you will overcome it. But you need a good evaluator who can guide you why did you stammer at a particular point in time. Thank you. Thank you. I hope I've answered your question, but it's short. Short. Speak short, quick, and crisp. That is what is
ओके
required.
सर
Okay. Yes, Naila, Miss Naila, can you please unmute and talk to me in English so that I can diagnose any issues? If you are comfortable. It's not a compulsion. Uh, okay, if you do not want, then it's fine, Naila. But I hope, Miss Naila, you heard about my presentation and you listened to how I will conduct the class, how I will teach, how I will let you overcome any challenges which you face while talking to others in English. Miss Naila, did you hear the entire presentation? Okay. Okay, maybe your mic is not functional or some issue. Anyways, so Aisha, Afaf, Naila, and others who have joined this class, thank you so much for joining this class. If you have any questions, I can take the questions further questions. But if you don't have, then I look forward to you joining my class, which starts on Saturday. Aisha, you have the WhatsApp number from which I sent the link. Miss Aisha, do you have the WhatsApp number from which I sent the link? Yes. So please send a message on that, and then you'll get a detail. You'll get the detail, a complete detail of how to register. Miss Afaf, if you also plan to join, do let me know. And Miss Naila, you also if plan to join the class. It is starting on Saturday. Very small class because 3 to 5 people maximum. I'll keep the class size very small, and we'll do it on 4 days a week and 5 weeks, right? The fee is 15,000. The fee is 15,000 rupees for 5 weeks, right? Thank you so much, everyone, for joining and taking time out of your busy schedules and taking this class with me. I'm signing off, and please do let me know if I can be of any help to you. Thank you very much.